Okay, so let's figure out who's attending SourceCon. So we're gonna go over to the People tab. We're gonna go over to our Network tab. We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna click Load More so we can grab the request. We're gonna copy as fetch. We are going to paste that in there. I'm gonna grab this little fetch script. It's just kind of some boilerplate code, and we're getting back a JSON response. We'll keep that, and let's give it a quick go. Oops. All right, and here we have the user list. Cool. So what can we maybe change about this? Does it tell us how many users are there? No, it does not. So do we need this? We do. Where is this located? It is not in here. So that makes me wonder where I can find it, because otherwise this will be single use. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just make it single use. I wonder if we can force it to give us more than 10. Let's try adding count equals 20. Nope, that did nothing. All right, we'll just keep it as 10. We'll do 1, see what that gives us, and let's write a loop. So we'll put through here the I for index. We'll do I. Let's rename this. Write another loop here. Async function loop through attendees. So how many people are attending? We don't really know. So let's just create a loop. Say let I equals 0 and I is less than, I don't know, let's assume there's 1,000 people for now. And I equals I plus, and then we're going to go up 10 on every loop. Wait. And let's make a little container. An empty array that we're going to toss the results into on each loop. So we'll just push that in. We'll say push attendees. Let's give it a little wait, or timeout rather. So we'll put that there for now. Delay, we're going to put in a delay of between 1 and 2 seconds. So we'll say rando and we'll say if attendees length is less than 10, then break the loop. And then we're going to console log container that we created here. Okay, let's give it a quick test. Page is invalid. Oopsie. Okay. Forgot to pass through the argument, which is I, which is telling it which page to go after. We should put in some error handling. So while that's running, let me go over and grab a script from somewhere else. Okay, so here we see that it's coming back with 0, but I am not returning the right thing. So good to know. Let's see. Here we go. All right, I need to call this object on the response. So if attendees comes back with a user's object that is true, and push that in there. And if attendees user's length is greater or is less than 10, then we're going to break 30, 60. So there's only 70. Oh, I forgot to flatten it. So there's only 70 people at the moment, which doesn't seem right. Why would there be exactly 70 people here? That's weird. Yeah, that's not right. See, we're already on 12. So what's happening? Let's take a look. Copy as fetch. Events. Bear. So that stuff's the same. Weird. All right. Well, I don't know why it's only giving us the first few. Oh, I'm thinking about an offset when it's not offset, it's just paging. So that makes more sense. All right, no problem. So we'll just change this to I++, and that's going to iterate one at a time. And then finally down here, we're just going to flatten this down. All right, this should be better. Why is it running twice? So I'm going to need this script, which converts JSON into a TSV and decent amount of information that we get back on this. Except for it doesn't look like most people have filled out their bio. We also might want to go ahead and pull down people's pictures, maybe. That might be interesting to do. I could show you how to do that. The way I would do it is I would call it, and then I would actually not save a file. I would save a base64 to the object. All right, here we go, 671. So I'm going to store this as a global variable, so it'll be temp1 now. And basically what we will do is we will call this temp1, and then we'll say SourceCon Digital attendees .tsv. Boom. There we go. Now let's open ourselves up a sheet here. And we will import this sheet. And this is a TSV file, which is really easy to open in Google Sheets. We just specify tab, replace, no import. And here we go. And now we can freeze that first row, and we can see all of the people that are here. Okay, so some people haven't uploaded photos, and then that's what we get. That's cool. And wow, it does not look like very many people filled out. One person put their city. Oh boy. All right, how many people have LinkedIn? Decent amount. About a third of the attendees had their LinkedIn profiles. And very few have the bio. Websites. Headline. Okay. Not bad. Not too bad. So I was worried about this. We have some issues here we need to clean up. No problem though, we can fix that pretty quickly. So what we'll do is first, we're gonna get that moved. Then what we'll do is, let's drop this here, pull that up, put that here. And throw that there. You know what? Let's write a little function. So we're going to say function clean objects in array. And there's the array, and then we'll say object entries. And we'll pass through the array, and then we'll say for each, and then we're going to put a new thing up here. We'll call it container as well. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. So here's the record. And so the issue is information that has new lines in it is going to mess us up. And so we need to get something to clean that up. And I have a nice little function laying around. And this is it. All right. So now on each one of these, we're going to say let object, and then we're going to create an object, and then here we're going to say object, you know what, we need another loop. So here then, so I made a mistake. This goes down here. We'll say record, and then here we say we put through the record that's going to have a bunch of objects in it. And then we will say for each one of these, we will, here we're going to put this up there. I'm going to make this a variable because I need it to be scoped to the function. R then we will say, we'll give the name of the current our object, like the current iteration here for this record. So it's going to go through each one of the objects, so first name, last name, and all that, and the first index in that will be the key. And so we're going to add a name to this object. We're going to name a key, and the name of that key is just going to be the value of that key. But we need to do some stuff. So if type of R is equal to string, then we are going to take the R and wrap it in this, which will clean it up for us. make sure that it's all good. Else we're just going to return back the R, right? And then finally, down here, after that runs, we want to push it into this container. And we will do that by pushing in that object. And then finally, when everything is done, we will return the contain R, right? So then here, cleaned. And then we'll toss this down here. And I feel like that's it. Is there anything else we wanted to do? Yeah, people aren't really putting their company info in there. I mean, a couple are, but not many. Should I mean, we could parse that out because it looks like people are doing an @ symbol with or at. Yeah, we could do that. You want to do that? Let's do that. We'll do it. Oh, you know what? Nope, we're not going to do it because it looks like we're about to start up. So I'm going to go over there while this is running.